your car right now and you just left your doctor's appointment for high risk or your regular OBGYN or your regular your regular if you see a midwife, right? And you're sitting in a car and you feel like something is off, I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath. I'm your big doula sister, okay? Doula Shay. If you don't know me, what's up, y'all? I am Doula Shay. I love everything about labor, delivery, pregnancy, postpartum, breastfeeding, and beyond. I'm a mom of two. I'm a breastfeeding coach, breastfeeding consultant, and I'm currently breastfeeding and nursing my baby. Look, this gotta be quick, like I said, because Butters is in there sleep. He gonna wake up, so I don't got a lot of time. If you're sitting in a car right now from leaving your doctor's appointment and something feels off about that appointment, something don't feel good, it doesn't matter if you're a first-time mom, doesn't matter if you're a second or seventh-time mom, that doesn't matter. You are not crazy. No. You are not being extra, and you are definitely not powerless, okay? You feel me? Like that out feeling, your intuition, you got that naturally. Nobody can cultivate that. You received that naturally when you got pregnant, okay? This is mainly for black pregnant women. Excuse my voice. We already see the statistics online, and if you don't know them, you should know them. Hold on. We know that black moms are still in 2026 facing more complications than our counterpart sisters. Still, 2026, we're still having more issues than a white woman, a Hispanic woman, an Asian woman, a Native American woman. We are still 3 times likely to have complications while pregnant, while giving birth, postpartum, and beyond. So that's honestly heavy. As a black woman, pregnancy had me feeling like I'm about to, ain't I? You know, it's scary that you're supposed to be buying these cute baby clothes and celebrating the joys of being pregnant, and celebrating your baby shower, preparing your house for your little one to come. It's heavy to know that, like, I'm gonna have complications with my birth. I'm not gonna keep y'all a long time on this video. I might have to make a part two. But um, let me tell you this. Let me tell you the news that they don't tell you, okay? You have so much power over how your birth goes. You have you have so much power about not just your birth, your pregnancy, your labor, your delivery, your postpartum, your breastfeeding journey. You are in control of all of that. Okay? Here's my rule of thumb. Doctors make suggestions. Mothers make decisions. Okay, so let me go ahead and start this. So as a doula, I'm not just here to show you how to breathe through your contractions. All of that is really great. I'm here to kind of protect your peace, protect your safety. Like I said, I'm your big sister, your big doula sister. So today we're going to talk about something really important. I think that every black mother should know this. Today we're going to be talking about and breaking down the 5 red flags. We're going to be talking about 5 major red flags that your OBGYN or your midwife is not a safe provider for you as a black mother. And then we're going to talk exactly about how to fire. How to let that doctor go, because you don't owe loyalty to a provider. You owe loyalty to yourself. You owe loyalty to your baby. You want to make it home. You want your child to make it home. So we're going to be talking about this. And if you're already in the late part of your pregnancy, it's not too late. So we're going to jump right in because Butter's going to wake up any minute now. Let's just start with the main red flags. Number 1. Top number 1 main red flag for me, and it should be for you, is the 5-minute rush job. You already heard it, and you already know what it means. First things first. If you feel like you're getting treated as a drive-through at your appointment, your doctors are walking in a room with 1 foot in and 1 foot already out the door. They are typing on that little computer, tippity, tippity, type, 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 looking at you every now and then, but tippity, tippity, type, type, type. They're looking at their watch. Let's see. They leave before you can even open up your notes app because you started taking notes because you started doing research and you had questions that you needed to ask. Big red flag. Okay, doctors naturally don't have a lot of time at appointment. At most, you're gonna get about 15 to 20 minutes. But if that's not your fault, that's not your logistics, that's not something that you need to work out. You need to demand your time. Because a doctor will not just be like, oh, I got other patients, I gotta go. They're gonna stay, but they are operating on a clock. However, this is still a big red flag, sis. Okay, pregnancy care is supposed to be about relationship building. You need to feel comfortable knowing that this doctor, this OB, this midwife got your back 10, 100, 100,000%. And the only way to build that confidence is to have a relationship. The only way to have a genuine relationship is to communicate and feel heard, feel seen, feel cared. So if they're treating you like you are a drive-through 5-minute rush rush job, they, oh, schedule a next appointment, or oh, go ahead and talk to your nurse about that, or you know what, send me a message on the portal, or you know what, we'll talk about that at the next appointment. If they don't have time to hear you out at a regular 24-week checkup, 25, 19, they are definitely not going to be able to listen to you when you are in active labor. Red flag number one is the 5-minute rush job. Red flag number two, these are all red flags number one for me, but really, red flag number two is this whole, oh, that's just pregnancy. The brush off, the, oh, yeah, that's just normal. Yeah, this does not matter if you are a first time mom. When I was a first time mom, I thought everything that I was feeling and experiencing was in my mind, but I knew physical things were happening to my body, and I always got brushed off. My OB would be like, mind you, I'm short. I'm like 5 foot, and my baby was, both of my babies were really big. They were making me bigger than what I needed to be because of gestational diabetes. So I kept feeling like, doc, sister, my body hurts. I heard that this is supposed to feel like this during the third trimester. I'm only in the second trimester. Y'all promised me that it was gonna be better. It's not feeling better, it's feeling worse. She literally was like, she literally looked me in my eye. She was like, you're a first time mom. This is what's supposed to happen. And I literally believed her. I did. I was like, I guess, but I'm uncomfortable. There's nothing we can do about it. And I guess it's just a part of pregnancy. And let me just say this. I had a black OBGYN. All skin folks ain't kin folks. I specifically chose her because of my fear of being brushed off, and that's just pregnancy. And that appointment taught me that all skin folks really ain't kinfolk. So if you're telling them that you're having crazy swelling, you are having blinding headaches, or you just feel super weak, your back hurt, that all of those things, and their immediate response is, oh girl, yeah, that's just a part of normal pregnancy. That's just one of the phases of being pregnant. You're a first time mom, your body has to stretch, your body has to do this. All of that may be true, but being brushed off is not what is gonna build your confidence. They need to listen to you whine and complain. If all I do is pay you for me to come to this appointment and whine and complain, the least the courtesy you can do me is to listen, okay? Because historically, we know that doctors, hospitals, nurses, they do not take black women pain seriously. That's been that's why our grandmamas think that Robitussin will fix everything. Yeah. Yeah, because when we go to my granny said, I ain't have all these problems until I went to the doctor, and now I got a problem. For every problem, there's a pill. And at first, I was being in the science world. I have a bachelor's and a master's in health and mental. I was kind of like, Grandma, like, get with the program. But the older I get, the more I realize, she know what she was talking about. Mind you, it was a black older lady who taught me how to fix my gestational diabetes to the point that I was able to stop insulin. Even my doctors were like, how did you do that? And I was like, how don't you know this? A black older lady taught me this. lemon water. That's a story for another time. So basically, a safe doctor is going to be the type of doctor who's going to check your blood pressure twice. They're going to take it with the manual. They're going to take it with a machine. I love a good manual blood check because it's like the nurses are from ChatGPT University and they don't know how to take a manual. So give me the old school nurse who everybody like, oh, Miss Brenda, she always want to do everything the old fashioned way. Give me her. Okay, don't give me Sally, the ChatGPT nurse who looking up the instruction on how to take my blood pressure in the hallway before she walked in the room. I digress. Okay. However, these doctors, this is going to be a safe doctor because they're going to, as a black woman, you're going to need your pressure checked twice because they're going to want to rule out things like preeclampsia before they tell you to just go home and take a nap. So that is my red flag number 2, the whole that is just pregnancy brush off. Red flag number 3, rushing you to an induction. Don't get it started. Don't get me started. I'm going to keep it brief because, I'm running out of time. Do not get me started. This is red flag number 3 for me. And it's really, like I said, these are all my top 5. However, if they're trying to schedule your birth around their weekend plans, if you hit week 38 and 39 and they start pressuring you, they're saying stuff like, hey, and they always make it sound so cutesy. Doctors are not your friend. They are trained to be kind. Okay? Really, really nice because kindness is, I digress. But if they're starting to have little conversations like, hey, let's just get you on the schedule for your induction next Tuesday so we can go ahead and get this baby out. They play onto your emotions of you're tired of being pregnant. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. If they are playing with that, hey, my doctor literally did this and I still love her down. But when I look back at what she did, I'm like, I can't believe I emotionally fell for it. She literally told your girl this. She said, hey, let's get you scheduled for your induction because the date around your actual due date, I will be out of town. And as a first-time mom who didn't know any better, I got nervous. I was like, no, I don't want anybody else to be at delivery with me but you. I've spent all this time with you. You know me best. You know my baby. It's just scary to know that somebody, a complete stranger, is going to be delivering my baby when I have so much trust and relationship with you. Hindsight, this is what I now tell all my mamas. It doesn't matter who is going to catch the baby. There is somebody on staff to catch the baby. Do not have blind loyalty to a provider who will, if you are due around their family vacation time, they will in fact go on their family vacation. They will not hang back for you to deliver that baby. If they are off, doctors are like everybody else. They are working a job. If they are off that weekend that you are scheduled or you go into spontaneous labor, guess what else? Guess where they're going to be? On that phone with the doctor that's on staff and on call at the hospital checking in on you. They're not coming in. 9 times out of 10, do not expect your provider to be there. So this is why this is a red flag to go ahead and be rushing you to an induction when there's no medical emergency. Look for them to say stuff like, oh, I want to make sure I'm there. Because the first questions you need to be asking is, why aren't you going to be here? Sound like a schedule conflict. If you ain't going to be here, you ain't going to be here. That's up to you. But ladies, mamas, sisters, sister cats, do not schedule your induction around your doctor's availability. Okay? That's actually a main question. When you go into your appointment, the first thing you need to be asking is, my baby is due around X, Y, and Z. Will you be available? Will you be on call? They'll be on call by phone. They always on call by phone. But will you be on call in person? The video's getting too long, so I'm going to hurry up. All right, red flag number 4, medical gaslighting. This red flag is basically all about you being gaslit and bullied into making a decision or into doing something you're not comfortable doing, into making a permanent life choice, i.e., I'll save it for another time. We'll talk about C-sections in another video. This can look like you asking real questions. Maybe you want to have a natural birth. Maybe you want to have a medicated birth. Maybe you want to do like some stuff, but you want to do everything. Maybe you want to wait on certain medicine like Pitocin. Maybe you don't want your water broken at 3 centimeters. Maybe you want your water to break naturally because you agreed to the induction, and you want to have one moment of your birth to be something physiological that you experience without interference, okay? Anything like that. Maybe you don't want to take a certain medicine. Maybe you do. Maybe you just got a lot of questions. And if your doctor rolls their eyes, if they talk down to you, if they make you feel like you're not even smart enough to be asking these questions because they are the doctor and you are a patient, okay? That right there, they guilt trip you into saying like, well, don't you want a healthy baby? That sound cutesy. Like I said, they nasty nights, right? That is what we call gaslighting, okay? They're trying to use this sense of fear to override your choices and make you feel like whatever you are feeling in your intuition and your gut is wrong. A good doctor will respect your choices and they will educate you. They don't bully you into being submit. They don't bully you into submission. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm trying to hurry up the video too long, okay? A good doctor is not afraid of your question. If your doctor cannot handle asking your question, that's a red flag because their primary job as a provider is to provide education. Okay, red flag number 4, that's medical gaslighting. Last but not least, my red flag number 5 is this whole anti-doula attitude. If they got a sign on the door that say, oh, no doulas, or if they got, even these people make me, these type of providers make me a little watchful. If they have a certain list of doulas that they prefer, first of all, you hired the doula, not them. I work for you, not them. I work for you, not the hospital, okay? So this is a big red flag because why would they hate doulas? So if you tell your OB, hey, I'm actually hiring a doula, and they face get like if they start saying something like, oh, they try to nasty nice, right? Oh, we have great nurses in L&D that can help you. Like, is there anything if they feel like they need to replace why you need a doula, a red flag. Or if they flat out rude and they say stuff like, well, as long as the doula stays out of my way or stays in her place, rude, because guess what? They're not gonna say that to my face. Okay, they might, but they're gonna hear me say something back. Don't be rude. That's crazy. Those are all red flags because a secure and a competent doctor will welcome a doula because they know how valuable a doula is to the mother, to the birthing experience, to the emotional support, to the physical support. And like I try to remind all my mamas, doulas are the only people who stay by your side during labor the entire time. I'm not a nurse who got 7+ patients that I got to check on. I'm not a doctor who you could be laboring quickly, but they're in a delivery getting ready to catch a baby, so they're trying to stall your labor. I'm by your side the entire time, okay? I take my lunch break in the room with you. I sleep in the room with you, okay? So if they feel like they don't necessarily like the idea of a doula. They feel like, oh yeah, you don't really need a doula, especially as a Black woman where we're still dying 3 times the rate even in 2026. Red flag. And if they look at a doula like that, like we're the enemy, that's usually because they don't want you to have an advocate who knows all the process of labor. They want to be able to smooth talk you into their decision, or they don't want any witnesses on how they treat you, on how they care for you, on the stages of labor, on how they rush you into something that led into something else. Be careful. That is my red flag number 5. Now, if I went down this list and you of my red flags and you started checking off like 1 or 2 of these red flags, listen, sis, it's time to pack your bags and move on. And yes, You can switch doctors at any point in the game of your pregnancy. I don't care if you're pushing. If you don't like that provider and you want a new provider, you can definitely switch doctors. You don't like that nurse, switch nurses. Most clinics will do transfer patients up to 32, 34 weeks. Check your state, different rules, different regulation. And some midwives, which is why I'm a big fan of midwives, will take you later on than that. Even, okay, look, honestly, even if none of that, if you go to the hospital to give birth and you don't like your OB who was doing your pregnancy care, you can definitely at the hospital request for a different OB. It's never too late to get a new doctor. So, and let me tell you something. What you definitely don't need to be worried about is hurting a doctor's feelings. What's a doctor's feeling? Get that out your mind. You don't owe loyalty to the provider. You owe loyalty to yourself, okay? They are a service provider. Just like you would go to McDonald's and you would ask for, you go to, let me see, where y'all go and y'all ask for, can we get, y'all go to y'all retail stores, can I get the manager? Can I get some more help that's not her? You can do the same thing with your provider. And you don't got to be nasty nice. You can just let them know, like, hey, like, you don't even got to let them know, I'm going to be honest. If the customer service is bad and it is putting you at risk, it's putting your baby at risk, you need to take your business elsewhere. And that's just it, period. Okay? So here's the game plan. First, find your doctor or your midwife before you leave the old one. You cannot don't be just leaving a doctor without having a doctor. That's like leaving your job without having another job. We don't do that, okay? We think smarter, not harder, okay? Call around, ask, hey, are y'all accepting any transfer, please? Butters is up. I gotta go. He finna, Mom, I got a baby. Listen, okay. So before you switch your provider, you're gonna call around and see if they're even accepting new patients, or better, for lack of better word, let you transfer patients. Okay. All you're gonna do is you're gonna call that provider's office. You're gonna say something like, "Hi, my name is blah blah blah. Are you accepting transfer patients?" And you can insert the month or the time, your due date, right? Hi, I'm Shay, and I am having a baby in August. I'm just calling to see if you guys accept transfer patients. Short, sweet, and to the point, okay? Once the new clinic or the new doctor's office says yes, call your old office, okay? The doctor that you're leaving, and you don't even have to talk to the doctor. First of all, you're not going to talk to the doctor because they don't answer the phone anyways, okay? You're either going to talk to the front desk receptionist or you're going to talk to the nurse. More than likely, you're going to leave a voice message, and basically, you're just going to say, hey, can I have my, just ask for medical records, the medical records desk. And you're literally going to say this script, okay? Hi, I'm going to use me as an example. If this is what I would say if I was transferring doctors during my pregnancy to a new one, no matter how pregnant I was. Let's just say I'm 32 weeks pregnant, okay? Hi, my name is Shay. My due date is on August the 24th. I need a full copy of my prenatal medical records sent directly to my email or mailed to my home address, and I need them to be transferred to a new clinic. Let's say the clinic is called Sunnyside Up. Transferred to Sunnyside Up. I am transitioning my care effectively immediately. That's it. Now, if they try to be nosy and all up in your business and they're asking like, why? You don't have to owe them. You don't owe them no story. Just say, I'm moving to a provider that is a better fit for my birth goals. Please let me know how the transfer goes. That's it. Stand your ground. Those records are yours. It's your right. They can't hold your stuff hostage. And then that is literally it. And if they not doing that, it's even simpler. At your new OB's office, have them request them, because doctors answer the phone for other doctors. And when they call, they're going to automatically request for your records to be sent over for you. So you don't even got to be the middleman. Okay? So, just to wrap up, this video is a lot longer than I want. I'm sorry. Listen to me, sisters. Birthing your baby in a safe, peaceful, and joyful environment is your birthright. You deserve a medical team that looks out for you. You deserve a medical team that hears you. You deserve a medical team that treats you like a human being no matter what. And if this video helped you trust your gut more, please do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video with your sister, your mama, your auntie, your best friend, your cousin, your baby daddy. Share this video with anybody who's gonna be there with you when it's time to have the baby, because we are all a community that's gonna help better protect Black women, Black birth. The only people that are gonna protect you are the ones who really are affected if something happened to you. And I hate to go this extreme, but the only ones that are really looking out for you are the people who are going to have to be there to take care of you postpartum or your baby. So you want to make sure the people that are in your birth team know all of this. Know what red flags look like, because sometimes pregnancy hormones can blind your intuition, okay? So yeah, I'm your girl. I'm your sister. I'm teaching y'all all things. I would love to be everybody's doula. I can't. So this is why I'm making more content for y'all. Before you go, drop a comment below. Let me know what month you are due. I'm excited about that. Do you actually feel safe and heard with your current doctor? Okay? Not all skin folks is kin folks. I had a Black African. I chose her for a reason. She was African provider. And I've had 2 C-sections, whatever. We'll talk about that later. Also, let me know down in the comments. I'm going to be replying to everybody today. I love y'all, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. I'm going to try to go live more often. And so, yeah, happy pregnancy. Stay Black, stay beautiful, stay healthy, and I will catch y'all in another video. Say bye-bye, butters. Bye. Say bye-bye. 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 All right, we'll see y'all next video.